Hello and welcome to Dingoes Ate My Podcast. I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
I'm Justin.
And this week we're talking about the episode Never Leave Me. This episode originally aired November 26, 2002, attracting 4.8 million viewers. This episode starts with Xander working to repair the living room window while Dawn, Willow, and Anya help clean up and discuss the potential danger that is Spike. Wearing a trench coat like Spike's, Andrew is coached by Warren to continue playing his part in the game. Warren explains that because he can't take corporeal form, Andrew is a crucial player, and then he morphs into Jonathan to continue the encouragement. Andrew stresses that he can't kill anymore, but Jonathan doesn't consider that to be a problem. Buffy tries to offer comforting words to Spike while she ties him down to a chair. He instructs her to tie the ropes tighter so he can't get free. And apparently everybody in the Scooby Gang knows how to tie people up now.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just an important thing.
I guess they made sure, okay, this is how you tie them up properly. Okay, just make sure you know how to do that.
Hello, and welcome to the Scooby Dang Ghost Hunters and Vampire Killers. Your first lesson, not tying.
See, you're making a joke about that.
Nah.
But I'm just saying, you might not be far off what's going to happen this season.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
There might be a boot camp.
Maybe.
Yep, maybe. Principal Wood lectures two students about damaging school property and ultimately threatens them into repairing their mistake. Dawn drops by his office and informs him that Buffy is sick and unable to attend work. I believe the term she used was things coming out of both ends.
Yes. Thank you, Dawn, for all the additional details. I'm pretty sure you haven't heard of the term too much information.
Oh, I think she's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
To make it sound a lot more convincing.
Yeah.
Or uncomfortable. Most assuredly uncomfortable.
Buffy calls Quentin Travers and asks about Giles, but he is just as clueless as she is. He's with a group of watchers and informs them that they need to find Giles quickly. Buffy checks on Spike, who's struggling to control his bloodlust after tasting so much human blood. He vamps and snaps at her, but remains tied to the chair. Buffy and Willow talk about Spike outside the room, and Willow volunteers to get him some animal blood to help ease his cravings. Warren coaches Andrew into killing a pig, but Andrew fails miserably and resorts into going to the butcher shop to get the blood they need. That'll do, pig! Which is a reference I don't think either of you got, did you?
No,
Nope.
I heard the That'll Do Pig.
Okay, good.
No, I heard that.
You know what it's from, right?
Yeah, it's from the Babies.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the butcher shop, Andrew orders an array of meats and pig's blood. And toothpaste.
And toothpaste. Okay.
This is a butcher shop. We don't sell toothpaste, boy.
Okay,
Oh,
never
Warren.
mind on the toothpaste then.
Poor Warren.
Oh, it's too good. But as he is leaving, he runs into Willow and spills his purchase on the ground. Andrew runs from her, but she catches up with him and uses his assumption that she's evil to frighten him. She takes him back to the house with her pointing out his suspicious behavior and purchases of animal blood to the rest of the group. Xander and Anya interrogate Andrew while he's tied to a chair, but doesn't seem to have any answers they want to hear. Anya snaps and slaps Andrew before Xander pulls her into another room. I love how Andrew's trying to intimidate Willow, I am the darkness. She's like, shut up.
Yeah.
I have no time for this bullshit.
Yeah, no such luck. But Willow's intimidation, though,
Works so well.
Yeah, Andrew kind of knows Willow's extent.
She keeps calling herself a she-witch, too, and then she's like, oh, well, just witch.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I calling myself she-witch?
It's so good.
It's just witch.
And she's like, can I please keep my skin? Upstairs, Buffy feeds Spike some of the animal blood as Anya and Xander meet in the bathroom to rave about their good cop, bad cop performance with Andrew. It's so good. Buffy joins them, and although none of them have information yet, they're sure they'll get some soon. Back in the bedroom, Spike is calmed and talks to Buffy about how little he remembers from his killing. She asks him about how he got his soul back, and he tells her about the demon trials. Xander returns to Andrew and changes tact to politeness. He unties Andrew and offers him water while using Anya's ability to hurt men as a threat. Anya comes charging in and attacks Andrew, intending to beat his knowledge out of him. She's the worst at this.
Yeah, Anya needs a bit more practice.
Buffy leaves Spike momentarily to investigate Andrew's cries for help, but leaves as soon as Anya and Xander assure her that they have things under control.
You guys all good?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine. Okay.
Oh, okay. See ya. When she leaves, the morphing version of Spike appears and starts talking to the real Spike. Buffy hears Spike singing through the door to her room, and when she goes back inside, she finds him acting differently. He claims to be hungry and asks for blood, but as soon as he gets it, he breaks free from the chair and knocks Buffy down, leaving her stunned. While Andrew leans against the wall and starts to talk to Anya about what he knows the next room over, Spike punches through the wall and grabs Andrew from behind and viciously bites him. It's a very Jason thing. Mm-hmm. Like, he just through the wall. Yeah, very horror movie. Buffy recovers and pulls Spike off Andrew. She knocks Spike out with a powerful kick. I mean, it's not really that powerful. She just kind of punts him in the head.
Yeah.
Buffy talks to the gang about Spike's strange behavior, and based on Buffy's information, Xander concludes that Spike is being manipulated by a post-hypnotic trigger. In military style, Buffy instructs the gang to begin researching so that they can figure out what they're dealing with. At the high school, Principal Wood leaves his office but detours through the basement where he finds Jonathan's dead body on top of the symbol from the previous episode. Mm-hmm. Buffy goes down to the basement to clean up Spike's wounds while he lies chained up to a brick wall. He wakes up and doesn't understand why he has no memory of his actions. Buffy tells him of Xander's trigger theory. Spike orders Buffy to kill him because she and the Scoobies are not prepared to handle the real Spike. She denies this request, and Spike responds with a theory of his own, that Buffy likes men who will hurt her, and that's why she's never been able to kill him. She tells him no, and that this theory no longer describes her. And that she's not going to kill him because something is controlling him, and because he can be and now is a good man. She tells Spike she believes in him. Suddenly, the windows and doors break all over the house as robed figures attack the Scooby Gang. In a deserted location, Principal Wood buries Jonathan's body. Mm-hmm. The gang fights a vicious battle with the robed figures attacking them. Dawn handles herself pretty well with a couple of them, while Buffy chases one upstairs and protects Andrew from being killed. Most of the robed figures are disabled or killed, but they don't come for Buffy and the gang, they came for Spike. Down in the basement, Buffy and Xander find that Spike's chains are empty and he's nowhere to be seen. Buffy recognizes the faces of the robed figures as harbingers, representing the first, who they initially encountered back in Amends from season 3.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yep, and realizes who they're dealing with. The ghosts haunting them, the games being played on them, and the impending danger that will come from beneath are all connected to the first evil. Watchers report to Quentin about the numerous attacks on the Council around the world. Quentin confirms that the first evil is responsible and orders the Watchers to prepare for their greatest challenge. Seconds later, the Watchers Council headquarters explodes. In Sunnydale High School basement, Spike is strapped to a circular contraption, and the robed figures cut designs into Spike's arm and chest. The first talks to Spike and blames him for this happening to him. The first morphs into Buffy, and she talks as she watches the bringers raise the contraption and Spike up to the ceiling, and Spike is now face down over the seal. Spike's blood falls onto the seal and opens it, as the first explains an older kind of vampire called a Trakan emerges. It's an uber vamp.
Oh, joy. Oof.
So what did you all think of this episode?
Ooh, man. All the particular things.
It's pretty funny, the first chunk of it where they're interrogating Andrew and stuff, there's a lot of really good comedy. And then it gets really serious at the end.
Yeah.
Or Andrew talking to Warren and whatnot, and Jonathan, technically.
No, it's my fault. There's enough blood in me.
That and his attempt to try and kill a pig. It's man, you really suck at this.
At least they got a better pig than the last time in the first season. Oh, that poor piggy. getting eaten by the children from the hyena demons.
Don't remind me of the stupid hyena episode.
Demons. Oh, I missed the hyena demon episode.
I don't.
It's so
They made
good.
Xander a jerk. It was sad, angering.
It was really stupid.
Yeah, but that was just kind of... Anyway, for music in this episode, there's only the original score by Robert Duncan.
Ooh.
And for international titles. In French, The Seal of Denzel Thar. I don't know. I'm probably butchering that. In German, Bringers of Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Watchers' headquarters exploded.
Indeed.
It went boom.
Kaboom.
The poor Watchers. They had good intentions and they were fairly good on keeping record of most things, but they just couldn't get to action fast enough.
Yeah, and now all those records are destroyed.
So sad.
That might be important later.
So sad.
Yeah, no more Watchers Council. I'm sure that won't be important.
Well, we have all these evil things kind of going on, and the one big thing that helped out Buffy with the teaching and the learnings and whatnot kind of got destroyed. Evil kind of has the upper hand on the looks of things.
Also, Andrew got bitten by Spike.
Yup.
So, do you think anything's going to come of that?
I don't know.
So, is Andrew a vampire now?
I don't think he's been sired yet.
No, I don't think it was sired.
Okay, good. So you do know how that works. Because I was like, I kind of think that's meant to be a misdirect to the audience that they're going to turn him into a vampire.
Well, no, I mean, Buffy was bitten by Angel, but...
Yeah, but
not
Buffy's a
sired.
Slayer. So that might work differently, because technically she would have a different physiology. Because she has superpowers. I think it's meant to, especially for people who haven't been watching from day one, like, he got bit by a vampire. In most vampire lore, that means you're a vampire now. It's not true in Buffy because you have to drink from the vampire. But I think it's there to mislead people who aren't familiar with the show.
But then it also brings upon the question of, is there going to be the chance if Andrew's around with Spike and whatnot, and he supposedly drinks it, how long is the time frame between that?
So Andrew's going to be around for a while.
Supposed joy, decent
He's
enough
fun.
decent for comic relief, but it's mostly just kind of cringe humor. It's
He's like a more worthless Xander so far.
He's a useless version of Xander. He's Xander in season 1. He's just kind of useless. What else did I want to bring up? Oh, yeah, so who do you think's responsible for the Watchers Council being blown up?
As it is with all the particular activity that's kind of going on, I'm thinking the basis of it is just the minions and whatnot of the first evil.
At
That's what kind of
least the
sense.
influence of the first evil might have caused it, because supposedly the first evil can't do anything itself.
No, it's non-corporeal, so it can't affect the real world. It can only, like, whisper in your ear.
Yeah,
Kind of
so basically the influence of it. But
As for specifically who, yeah, I don't know. What kind of enemies does the Watchers Council have?
it doesn't matter, it could be friend or foe. It's like, I wonder what happened to Giles. Supposedly it ended on one episode where it was
It
about
was
to be
about to get his head cut
decapitated.
off, and they didn't touch on it.
Yeah, no, they really didn't.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
I mean, we didn't see him die on screen, so...
Well, Giles, I'll spoil this right now. Giles isn't dead.
Yeah,
Hooray! They
obviously.
didn't kill off another main character. Oh.
No, let's just say that I'm sure there'll be some kind of religious overtone this season.
Oh boy.
Goody.
We're gonna meet a priest. Well, sort of.
Sort of.
Sort of. I think technically he's defrocked. So no longer a priest. Well, like, was a priest.
Meh.
Anyway, that's a conversation for a different time.
Wow.
So until then, I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Justin.